Howdy folks, and welcome to my new channel, Talking Paranormal with the Old Man. Even though we're not talking paranormal, we're doing reaction video, but I do have a podcast called Talking Paranormal with the Old Man. So kind of keeping the brand going, if you will. So if you would, please subscribe to my channel to help it grow. Like my channel, the little buttons down when it plays to help my channel grow, which I don't quite understand. I know it makes it grow. I just don't know how. So today we are going to be reacting to a video from Goose Pimples. And I like Goose Pimples. If you haven't already, go to his channel, subscribe, and like. I would appreciate it, and I'm sure that he would appreciate it. Plus, it keeps me out of trouble because I did take it from him, and I'm letting you know that. So, I like Goose Pimples because they kind of like try to disprove things. I have seen some of the things where it's like, well, if the angle was better, we could see better, or if this was this, we could see this. So I kind of like that kind of not everything is paranormal. So because it's not. So hopefully you will like this. All right, we are going now, and Goose Pimples, show me what you got.
Late one night, two friends decided it would be a brilliant idea to mock the paranormal and mess around with a Ouija board.
Why? Why? Why are you going to mess around with a Ouija board? No.
Just for a bit of a laugh. But little did they know, they were about to get a response from something that didn't find the joke very funny.
Well, no shit.
Now, for anyone who knows anything about these so-called spirit boards, there are golden rules you're just not supposed to break. But these two...
To be fair, I never knew there was any rules. I never knew there was any rules. Carry on.
Guys, full of skepticism, threw the instruction manual straight out of the window. Here's the moment they realized they made a...
But to be fair, I don't think it comes with instructions. We have two of them. We have the William Fald Spirit Board, the original, and we have a Parker Brothers. But I don't remember them coming with any instructions. It'd be cool if they did, but I don't remember having any instructions. Carry on.
Massive mistake.
¿A los cuántos años se va a morir el pan? Ah, es pendejo, güey. Es idiota. No, güey, mejor hacerlo más chido así como que... Chinga su madre, ya manifiéstate, güey.
Actually, they're not doing it right.
Se va a manifestar, güey.
Supposed to put your hands on the pochette.
No matter how fast they darted out of there, they couldn't outrun whatever the hell they had managed to summon. The guys in this video broke one of the most important rules of Ouija sessions, aside from just don't use one at all.
Correct.
Never take your hands off the planchette before the session has properly ended.
That's the board that we have right there.
Doing so is believed to create a portal from the world you are trying to contact straight into your own, which is probably why all the stuff in the room was being flung all over the place. Could that be what happened here? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Number 4.
My thoughts? Don't use a Ouija board.
Working late.
Number 4.
It was the end of a long day at the Sumbawangi perfume store in Indonesia. Just as the saleswoman was getting ready to close up, it seems a last-minute customer walked in. The CCTV camera, later posted to the store's TikTok account, captures her greeting the customer with a big, enthusiastic smile, ready to make one last sale. She starts recommending different perfumes, pointing them out, and seems to be having a perfectly normal conversation. But when her co-worker walks out from the back room a moment later, his confused reaction reveals that this is anything but a normal sale. Here's the strange footage.
Nah, ini lebih segar. Kalau yang ini itu ceweknya ya. Jadi cowok cewek.
The reason her co-worker is so baffled is because there is no one there. The saleswoman is enthusiastically selling perfume to thin air, completely lost in a conversation with an invisible customer. She's so deep in the interaction that she doesn't even notice her colleague until he speaks to her. The moment he does, you can see the genuine confusion on her face as she snaps out of it, like someone's waking up from a dream. So what in the fresh hell was going on? One paranormal theory that fits perfectly is the concept of a glamour. It's an old belief that a powerful entity can create a vivid illusion, making someone see something that isn't really there. To the saleswoman, she could have been seeing a fully formed person, clear as day, while the camera and her co-worker saw nothing but an empty space. An even creepier theory is a mild form of possession or a trance state.
I don't think
the spirit might have put her into a hypnotic state to interact with her, using her own actions to play out the memory of a sale. Her co-worker's interruption would have been enough to break that connection. Her bewildered reaction when she snaps out of it looks incredibly genuine. What do you think? Did this saleswoman get a visit from a ghostly customer who just wanted to smell nice in the afterlife? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.
Well, since you asked, I have seen this before where a CC camera or video cameras, handheld ones, have not picked up the interaction between, in this case, the saleswoman and the supposedly entity that was there. So I have seen this before. I don't want to say anything, but I don't think it's a trance or anything like that. And I don't know why, because usually it's the other way around. The person cannot see the spirit, but a camera can. So this is like the opposite direction. Like I said, I have seen this before where the camera has not picked up something, but the person has seen something. So that's kind of interesting. I don't know why that is. Why it's switched.
By the way, a huge thank you to our members of the week, John Brown and My Angel Sion. You can join the wonderful people who make this content possible by signing up to our Patreon. Or you can just like and subscribe. It's free and it helps a ton. Number 3. Bedtime stories.
Ooh.
After the heartbreaking loss of 2 loved ones, this family started noticing strange, unexplainable things happening around their home. Hoping it was a sign from the family members they'd lost, they set up a security camera, wanting to capture a comforting message from the other side. But the entity they caught on camera didn't seem to be leaving a comforting message. In fact, what it did was so strange and physical that it left them with more chills than comfort. And what the camera first captured was only the beginning. Here's the first clip they recorded.
Okay. That's weird. So what's moving? Was it a piece of paper? I've never seen this one before. What is that? I don't know what that is. It blends in too much with the bedspread.
Subtle, but it's undeniably creepy. You can see the papers on the bed shift and flutter, as if nudged by an unseen hand, while the water bottle gives a little spin all on its own. Now, remember the context here. This family is grieving, and they were hoping for a sign. You can understand why they weren't scared by this, just curious. But this is where the footage goes from a creepy recording to a live paranormal event.
Now, to be fair, that could be something underneath the bedspread. Maybe like a mouse or something, or a gerbil. So to be fair, that could be explained. And I don't know about that.
Oh my god.
As she continues to film, she pans the camera away from the TV and over to the actual bed to show us the room in real time. The papers start moving again, but that's just the opening act. The truly bizarre part is what happens under the duvet. A clear shape rises up, moving around and then flattens out completely, as if whatever was there just vanished into thin air. According to paranormal researchers, for an entity to manifest with enough physical force to move a duvet is incredibly rare and requires a colossal amount of energy. It suggests a powerful spirit, or in this family's case, perhaps a loved one using every ounce of their strength to make contact. Their curiosity didn't stop there though.
Now, I will agree with that. It takes a lot of energy for a spirit to move anything or to do anything. However, it does not make it a powerful spirit. The spirit can get energy from a lot of factors. A solar flare, geomagnetic flares, a good old thunderstorm with electricity, lightning, that gives them energy also. Batteries, as investigators know, batteries drain at investigations. That's the spirits drawing the energy from the batteries to do things like this. So I agree with this as far as it does take energy. It does. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue and see what happens.
The family began to actively engage with the presence, even using crystals to coax reactions.
That's fine.
It seems to have worked a little too well though.
Oh. See, that kind of got me confused when she said, or he said, that she panned to the actual. So they're not what. So the why? Wait. Okay, I'm a little bit confused here. Hold on a second here.
On using every ounce of their strength to make contact. Their curiosity didn't stop there though.
Hold on.
The
Okay.
family began to actively engage with the presence, even using
wanna check
crystals to
something real
coax
fast.
reactions. It seems
Okay, so this. Okay, I don't understand this. Why? This is the TV or some kind of monitor. Okay. Why? Why aren't you filming the real bed?
to have worked a little too well though, as the activity in the
I
bedroom
don't
started
know
to
about
spread
that.
throughout the entire house.
You had me believing until that. And let me just clarify that. I do believe. I believe in the paranormal. We've been an investigator. I have been, well, me and the wife for over 30 years. So I believe already. I don't need proof that the paranormal exists. But I want to believe that this video is real, because I'm suspecting that it may not be. That's common.
That's never done that.
Okay, see,
According
okay,
to the description,
the problem I have, okay, is see how calm she was? Oh, it hasn't done that before. 90% of the people would be screaming their head off running out of the house, or at least in our experiences when we've done investigations. So for her just as casually say, "Oh, it hasn't done that before." I want to lean towards the BS here.
Description. The footage was caught on a security camera they had recently set up in the living room
she's too calm.
after the strange experiences. And the reason the boy had a rifle in his hand is because it's an airsoft rifle he was showing to his brother.
Because they're in the hood.
Not because he was ready to make the paranormal eat lead. But the point is, the activity only ramped up like this after the family paid attention to the haunting and engaging with it. Both the husband and wife consistently posted videos of the activity while also attempting to impact the entity using stuff like crystals. Could this be proof that paranormal beings feed off of your fear and interests? Let us know any theories you have down below.
I still don't understand why they're doing it off of the TV
Number
monitor.
2.
Number 2.
Behind closed doors. This guy was having a hard time settling into his new apartment. The situation was even more difficult to navigate when he realized that he wasn't actually alone in there at all, because his new home came with an existing tenant, one that wasn't happy to share.
Okay.
Alright, let's investigate.
See, again, there's a pounding on the door, and the guy's like, "Oh, okay, let's invest." That to me is a red flag. If this is a legitimate activity or haunting, that to me, how he's reacting nonchalantly is a red flag. But let's see. Okay, pan every place, pan every place. Is there anybody hiding?
The banging wasn't just on one door either.
Alright. So I just want to let you guys know, like, I'm home alone. There's nobody here.
Okay. Again, I'm not trying to be like a doubting Thomas or whatever, but anybody can say that. Anybody can say, "Oh, I'm home alone," and they got their cousins and their brothers and sisters helping out in this. I'm not saying that this is the case right now. I'm not saying this. I'm not saying it's fake. I'm just saying is that anybody can say, "I am home alone." I promise you, I'm home alone, but they aren't home alone. Just saying. Who is it?
Whoa, okay.
It's always in the shitter. Well, I apologize. I have been told by my wife that I need to be not as crude and cast. So this always seems to happen there. A lot of the activity is in the bathroom. In the bathroom.
That is
Carry
some
on.
seriously aggressive banging. And every time he throws the door open, there's absolutely no one there, not a soul in sight, and we get a clear view of the empty space every single time. Now, when we see stuff like this, our first thought is usually angry ghosts, but parapsychologists have a fascinating and in some ways creepier theory for this.
Okay.
It's called recurrent spontaneous psychokinesis, or RSPK. The idea is that the source of the poltergeist isn't a spirit at all, but a living person, usually someone under a lot of stress or emotional turmoil. They're called the agent, and without realizing it, they're subconsciously projecting their inner anxiety outwards as a raw kinetic energy, powerful enough to create loud bangs or even throw objects across a room. So, let's look at our guy. He just moved into a new flat. He's alone. He's clearly on edge. According to the RSPK theory, could he be the agent here? Is all this banging not something trying to get in?
Okay, what the hell does that mean? Could he be the Asian? What? Where did that come from? Is he trying to say agent? But he said Asian? Now I will comment, that is true. Poltergeist activity has been known to happen most of the time around teenagers that are going through puberty. because as you go through puberty, as you all know, we all know, your emotional, physical state is off the charts, like 12 out of 10. So they have shown that poltergeist activity happens more often than not around people that are in teenagers going through puberty. So I do believe in this, or I do agree with this, but I don't understand what the Asian is. I think he meant agent. Agent, not Asian. A big difference. Carry on.
For his own stress and anxiety literally bouncing off the walls. Another theory is that it could be a place memory haunting, where the sound of that frantic banging is just a psychic echo of a past traumatic event, recorded into that very fabric of the building and replaying itself.
Okay, that is called a residual haunting, and that is just basically that. Is certain stones, certain woods have been known to absorb energy. So a residual energy is something that happens all the time at a certain time. For example, when I do presentations, I like to use this as an example. Mom and Pa Kettle, Pa Kettle built this house. He started a family. The family grew up in this house, and he was a farmer. So every day he would come down at 3 o'clock in the morning, walk up the upstairs hallway, down the stairs, out the front door. Every day at 3 o'clock in the morning for his whole life. He passes away. Ma Kettle passes away. The kids don't want anything to do with the house, so they leave. The house is up for sale. The new owners, certain times at 3 o'clock in the morning, they hear a bedroom door close. They hear footsteps walking down the hallway, footsteps going down the stairs, and then they hear the front door open and closing. But there isn't anybody there. That's residual. That means that it's like a VCR. You hit play on a VCR. The conditions are just right. Atmospheric, emotional, whatever energy is available. And this is basically what he's talking about by a residual haunting. Carry on.
Of course, a skeptic would say he's just got a mate in the next room with a hammer.
See, I said that too. I'm not trying to stop this every 5 seconds, but that's what I'm saying too, is he says he's alone, but he might not be alone. Just saying. Carry on.
Or that the audio was cleverly added in later. But if it's real, it's a fascinating case. So what do you think?
Oh, if it
a
is,
classic angry spirit? A psychic echo of the past? Or is it the man himself, unconsciously causing the chaos with his own mind? Let us know which theory you think fits best.
Whoa, okay.
Number 1. Behind you.
Numero uno.
While finishing the rest of the washing up, Stephen could have never prepared himself for the creepy experience he was about to have. As he turned around to complete his last task, something bizarre happened that he still can't explain. Take a look.
Dude, I'm a little wigged out right now. So, I was washing dishes and just putting things away, and all of a sudden I feel something hit me in the back and I heard it bounce. Look at this shit. And this ball hits me in the back right shoulder out of nowhere.
That's an odd-shaped ball. Nah, I said not trying to be, a skeptic here, but anybody could have thrown that ball at him, and then enough time for that person to get out of the camera frame. So I'm just saying, not saying that it is faked, but it could easily be faked.
You might be thinking that someone else in the house must have thrown it at him as a prank, but his wife was apparently in bed and sick at the time, and this is where his kid was.
Who says? Nah.
Now, mind you, I just got done washing the air fryer and was drying it off. whatever it was had a little bit of force. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Lauren's been in bed for almost 2 days. Like, she gets up for a little bit, but she has not felt good at all. And Avery, let's just face it, if he's not watching his tablet, he's on the Oculus or he's outside. And I knew with it being like 12 o'clock, he's inside. So I
had an Oculus one time. So those, 3D headphone or eye thingamajiggies made me sick as crap, man. I couldn't even play it. Our son had a Titanic thing that he was playing on that. It made me sick. I had to stop playing it. It's like, I liked it. It was fun, but that shit made me sick. Carry on.
I have no idea. Now, I have a lot of activity. It's not like malicious or anything, but that right there was the first time that's happened. So I don't know. What do y'all think about it?
So, with his wife sick in a bed and his kid in the other room, there was no one around to play a prank. And what makes this footage so compelling is that Stephen isn't some paranormal influencer. His account is just full of normal, everyday family life. He's a regular bloke who happened to capture something completely unexplainable. What we're seeing is a textbook case of a poltergeist demanding attention. It's not just a subtle bump in the night or a door creaking open. It's a direct, physical interaction. Something in that house wanted him to know it was there, and it wasn't being subtle about it. It's one thing to hear a strange noise in an empty room. It's another thing entirely when the house itself starts throwing things at you.
It is.
The camera reveals what had other drivers so spooked that many online believe represents 666. Some took this as a clear sign of demonic possession. But how do you explain the figure seemingly phasing through obstacles? Also, did you spot how weirdly it moved across the deck?
All right. If you liked my reaction video here, please feel free to subscribe and like, please. And if you like what was on Goose Pimples, go to his site or her site, his or her site, and like their channel, subscribe to their channel if you like their content. Hopefully, I'm planning on uploading once or twice a week, paranormal stuff. I also have a musical reaction video channel, Musical Chairs. I did my first one today. And I also have a podcast, Talking Paranormal with the Old Man. So if you feel like you want to check any of these things out, please do. And I will see you the next time. Bye-bye.